This week in our collective heads, wanna put an old rumor to bed. Stereotype that you've all heard, how we're all just angry video game nerds. Most of us have actual jobs, kids and families and cats and dogs, yeah. This week in our collective heads, this week in our collective heads.
Welcome to This Week in Our Collective Heads. I'm Patrick, giving you the gaming news like we do every single week. Apologies for the late start on this one, or late arrival. We'll get to it. Whatever. More and more bad Bethesda news keeps coming out. This time, well, let's just say you can fool the people sometimes or something. What's it George W. said? You fool me, but you ain't getting fooled again. Bethesda came out with a patch, a fix that added ultra-wide support. It turns out that they didn't actually add the support, they just stretched the aspect ratio from 16:9 to 21:9. So they didn't really add it, they just stretched your screen. Kind of like if you're watching anything standard definition on an HD TV and you get the stretch feature going on, everyone looks a little heavier. Things just look a little smushed. So that's basically what happened here at a slightly different ratio. But it's just laziness, proving that Bethesda, they're these huge undertakings, these huge games, massive ideas, but because the scope is so big, there is way too much that's just missed, way too much that could be caught if they I don't know, if they just slowed down. I hate saying that, but this is just something that could have been checked easily, you know, as they were going through. And I don't know, it's not even checked. I don't understand who authorized something like this. This type of addition just had no oversight at this point, which makes me think that there is a lack of oversight in regards to what's being pushed out in this game, which really is detrimental to a game that's already getting horrible publicity. So I think that we're going to see Bethesda have to reposition themselves and get away from Fallout 76. Hopefully they're not going to get away from Fallout, but Fallout 76 definitely they're going to be moving away from. Epic announced that they were removing a controversial Infinity Blade, which is a mythic item. They said they messed up and rolled out the Infinity Blade is way too overpowered without good counters, especially in the end game. Fortnite has an end game? I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind Fortnite, but I don't understand what end game, what they're referring to. I guess, I don't know. I guess they're referring to the end game as in, you know, less than X amount of players or something. I really don't know. I mean, I'm glad that they're removing it, but you know, this is a spotlight on a big company, unlike Bethesda, a company that has been doing a lot of great things in regards to their player base. Fortnite Creative Mode being announced. You know, this is a small fail in my opinion. Hopefully no one, you know, I don't know. Hopefully no one lost ranking or whatever it is due to this, but. In addition to that news, Epic Games is making their own app store. We did talk about this briefly last week, but it's coming out onto the App Store as well, on Android in 2019, and they're hoping to run that on all platforms by 2020, I believe. Later on by all platforms. So it's interesting to me that they're trying to roll it out on their own application service. I mean, Android, this makes sense because you can download from external sources. iPhone, you can't. So I'm sure that they're trying to verify exactly how they're going to get everything going with that in regards to payment and authorization for your device. But the cool thing about this is the Epic Games revenue split is considerably better for the developer. You see, the store takes a good amount of, not a good amount, but 30% for Steam. And this does matter what engine you're using. If you're using Unreal versus Unity, Unreal does take some of their the profits off of Steam, and they do that because the engine is free. So if you're putting something out on that engine, that's their way to make money off of it, which I think is fine. 5% isn't that bad. 30% is a pretty big cut for the distributor when it's just a digital marketplace. So Epic having this is really cool, really great for the developers, and I'm really happy about it. Seems like we go full circle because every 2 weeks they're going to offer a free game, starting with Subnautica and then Super Meat Boy. So Super Meat Boy is still getting some love, which is good. It's a deserved title to get the love that it's getting. We're also getting a Metal Gear Solid board game, which I cannot express how happy I am about this. It's one of my favorite games. I'm so glad that it's on the PlayStation Classic. I know people are dogging that classic title, classic console. I really enjoy it though. So the board game is coming out next year. Waiting for details on like the actual release and everything. It was announced there would be playtesting at Gen Con and a few other places. So if you want to check that out, it'll be playable at E3 2019. You have to book your session June 8th through the 10th. Also going to be an Origins Fair, Dice Tower Con, San Diego Comic-Con, and Gen Con throughout summer 2019. So I'm really happy about that. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Konami can really screw this up. So I think this is actually a pretty good deal. And yeah, I don't know. Metal Gear Solid's my favorite of the series. I know everyone has like Snake Eater and you know what, 5 was really good too, but I don't know. Solid, I guess, just holds a special place in my heart. We got some unfortunate news from Daybreak, the H1Z1 developers. The studio's laying off 60 to 70 employees. When I talked about market saturation, and I keep talking about that when it comes to Battle Royale, this is what happens when the market gets saturated. Developers make decisions to try to make money as opposed to make a good game, as opposed to make a good product. Not to say these aren't good products, but when your onset is to basically jump on a bandwagon to make money, this is what usually happens. This is the third studio this year to either cancel or start laying off people after trying to move over towards Battle Royale. It's over. Fortnite is, I was really hoping that Call of Duty would take its place, but unfortunately it's not going to. Even though I've heard a lot of people say it's a considerably better Battle Royale, it's not free. And also you have parents who don't want the kids playing something that's that violent, so Fortnite's going to be here longer. I'm still waiting for it to wane, but at the same time, it's got a stranglehold. There's going to be another, wave. There's going to be another big fish. There's going to be another trend that's going to happen. Right now, it's Fortnite, and Epic is, digging their roots in, so they're going to be around. The question is Battle Royale going to continue to be the thing that people go to play? I said by December next year. I may be wrong, but I said by the end of 2019. So I've got another year before we see something overtake Fortnite in regards to popularity. Same way that Five Nights at Freddy's was overtaken by Fortnite. The next trend is going to happen, and I welcome it. I can't wait. We got some Monster Hunter news. Actually, a bit of it. Geralt from from The Witcher is coming, which I think is really a good fit. Similarly, when they had Aloy come into the world, I think that was a good fit. I think this is a great fit as well. It works with the lore, but also he's a great character. It's going to be something great to kind of add to this. In addition to that, we're also getting Iceborne, which is the big DLC pack that they were teasing at the Game Awards. This is going to be coming out autumn, as they say. I say fall. Who knows? It's coming out mid 3/4 of the way through next year, something around there. So we'll see what happens on that. I think that's very far out for Monster Hunter World, but at the same time, this is a really good game. I just think that I hope that they have more to tide people over Definitely The Witcher will do that, but this is a long time to wait for some DLC. It's probably going to be great, though, so I can't really fault them. It's just a while to wait, so we'll see if it's worth the wait. We got some news in regards to Call of Duty Black Ops 4's multiplayer Zombies map. It's going to have Kiefer Sutherland, Helena Bonham Carter, and others, which I think is really cool. So Sutherland is going to be in with Charles Dance. I said Helena Bonham Carter already. But it's going to be set in some haunted mansion. Night of the Dead map has a foursome tangling with typical zombies and apparently werewolves too. So this is going to be interesting. The pass you can purchase, because you cannot purchase these individually. The pass is $50. Comes with all the content with the season pass, included in the season pass, and has the Night of the Dead map. I mean, this is really the only reason why people are playing these things. I mean, is the zombies maps, in my opinion, and I have no problem with that. This is the cool stuff. When I play Call of Duty, that's what I want to play. I want to play. I mean, I've heard Blackout's great. I need to play it. I need to red box it. Maybe Christmas Day. I don't know. Maybe Christmas Day I'll go red box it or something. I'm not doing a lot else that day. So I don't know. We'll see. By the way, let me know in the comments what your Christmas plans are, or if you're listening to the podcast, tweet at us and tell us what your Christmas plans are, because I'm anxious to hear those. Just in time for the anniversary, for the original Doom is getting 9 new levels. John Romero's releasing Sigil, aka Episode 5, is going to be released. This is for Doom's 25th anniversary. I thought Doom was older than that. I thought this would be like the 30-year anniversary. That means I was 9 when Doom came out. And now I feel old. I thought I could have sworn that it was out before that. But you know what? I'm thinking of Spear of Destiny and Wolfenstein, because I am that old that I remember those games. No, Wolfenstein and Spear of Destiny were the predecessors, where you were fighting Nazis as opposed to Nazi demons. So, not that much different, really. I mean, it's not that much different. So that's it for the news this week. Let us know in the comments what you thought of that. And did you get a PlayStation Classic? I got mine. I'm waiting to hack it. It's already been hacked. I'm waiting for a good hack for it. But let me know in the comments, if you are playing that, or what you think of the PlayStation Classic, or any of the news this week. Are you going to be playing Fortnite a year from now, or 2 years from now? We'll see.
Thanks for watching This Week in Our Collective Heads. Subscribe over here and click the bell, and that way you'll know about any new videos that we put up, because we put up a lot of gameplay, a lot of stories from games and stuff like that, and gameplay is down here.
Yeah, and you got more editorials and news stuff down here. Check it out.